everybody. How many of you enjoy putting? You enjoy practicing putting? I think one of the hardest things ever to do is to find some kind of enjoyment on the putting green. Would you guys agree? So the way that I like to practice is how I'm going to teach you guys today. Before we get started with that, let's first talk about how we hold on to this putter, because we're still worried about the fundamentals as far as the grip, the posture, and the stance. Does anybody already have a specific way that they hold on to the putter? Is everybody still searching? Still searching. All right. So let's all, before we put our hands on the putter, let's put our hands together like this. I'll show you what the putting stroke is. When you get into an athletic posture where you flex your knees, that will do with the full swing. So all the putting swing really is a movement from the shoulder. You're going to see that my hips and my lower body stay stable. See how my shoulders are rocking? This is all the putting stroke is. Usually whenever we see people who are beginning, they're using their hips. Whenever you start to use your hips, you're going to be rotating the face. So we don't want to rotate the face. So the only thing we want to see moving is your shoulders. We want to see your shoulders rocking. Now there's several different ways to put your hands on the putter itself. The one thing that changes, if y'all remember whenever we were gripping the actual golf club, we were putting the heel pad on top, right? It's a little different with the putter. It's the only difference, I guess, from the way that you place your hands on the putter opposed to a regular grip. We're going to put the putter in the lifeline. Alright, does everybody kind of see where that is? So it doesn't matter which hand you put on top or on bottom. The biggest factor is I'm trying to get your putter to go through the lifeline. The reason being is if I dress this ball, I have my normal golf grip. You see how the toe's off the ground? We don't want the toe to be off the ground because immediately the ball's going to go left because now I have an improper line. Alright, so what we want to do is we always want to make sure we get our putter flat. Everybody kind of see how the toe and the heel both are about the same distance off the ground. And then I'm going to address the ball in a fashion that puts the putter in the lifeline on both hands. Alright, so a regular grip would look something like this. Or, I'm sorry, it would look something like this. A cross-hand grip would look something like this. If you've ever turned on TV, you might see somebody who puts like this. There's a lot of different ways to place your hands. But if I can get you to start with putting the putter in your lifeline, things will be much easier. Alright, so now, we said that we're looking and focused on a movement from the shoulders. Alright, so once your hands get on the putter itself, now we're just going to try to move your putter. If you look at what my wrists are doing, or my wrists doing anything. So all this is locked. So I'm thinking about a geometric angle of a triangle. Alright, so I'm creating a big triangle here, and I'm trying to rotate my big triangle using my shoulders. Alright, so the question's always asked, how much swing do I do? It depends on the putt. So one thing I'm trying to do is if I take the putter back 3 inches, I'm trying to go through 3 inches. I'm trying to match to some degree. So if I'm going to that putt, if I take the putter back here, and I go through that, oh, I just hit it way too far, right? So I got to figure out what that control is. So if I'm trying to go to that, it might be a little small stroke that looks like this. Alright, so it's not a very big, large stroke. It's just something very simple. Oh, coach, you missed it. You can't miss it, coach. Alright, so why did I miss that putt? So there's a lot of things we have to worry about. The first is going to be the stroke. That's where our big focus is. Outside of that, what makes the ball move? Because putts really aren't that straight for the most part. I'm asking y'all, what are 2 factors that are going to cause this ball to move? Why doesn't it go straight? So the slope. What does that mean, the slope? Has everybody ever heard that term? Right, what is the slope? So if we look at this green, it's not flat. So there's kind of undulations and changes throughout it. So there's going to be